Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing another bullet journal video. Let me know if you want these to be monthly, but I thought we would do a plan with me for February, and then I could give you an update on what I've improved in my new bullet journal and like things I've added that I didn't show in the last video. Also, I have a little supplies haul because I needed to update some of my things and need to invest in some new stuff to really make bullet journaling easier for myself. But first, let's just get into my bullet journal and like what has happened. I didn't block anything out, so I'm just gonna skip pages that I didn't like block out that I wanted to. So obviously the index is the same, just obviously longer. I've added things as I've, used my bullet journal this month. I have 2 blank pages to continue that. I make it Mondays because that's my horror main channel ideas. They're all the same. They're just video ideas that you guys don't really care about. Skipping the bills and paychecks section, you don't really, that's not any different. Didn't really use my wish list as much as I thought I would. The year at a glance I haven't really used. I have one event happening in April, and other than that, I've not accessed the year at a glance or really used it at all. So I don't know if I'm going to maintain that next year, but we'll see. Next, I have my tracker, which this was a little bit different. The tracker itself wasn't different, but I decided to add this little quote, mark at least one every single day, to give myself kind of a goal, because without a goal for the tracker, I'm not really inspired to really do it, you know what I mean? So I decided to I have to do at least one of these things a day, and I think that will help me be a little bit more productive. Then we have the month at a glance. I just filled in some movies that have come out that I wanted to see and that I did see. That's about it. I haven't really used the month at a glance. It's mostly for like appointments and things coming up and stuff like that. And then the weekly spreads, I utilized those pretty well. I mean, I've done this kind of spread and this kind of method for a few months now, as you guys know, if you saw my last bullet journal video, which I will link over here if you want to go see that. Yeah, so this is pretty standard for me, just to have the greens be YouTube related things. And then I decided to switch the purples. Purple used to mean school assignments for me, or like tests or something like that. I decided to switch it over to appointments because I'm not in school anymore, so thank God. So I decided to switch it to appointments. So anytime I have an appointment, the purple will like stand out to me because it's a different color. And then we get into this thing, which I don't want you guys to read fully yet because I'm gonna do a whole video on it, but it's 27 lessons in 27 years. I'm determined to do this video on my 27th birthday, which is in March. I've been planning to do like the 25 things I learned in 25 years, which clearly I'm not 25 anymore, I'm 27, so it keeps changing every single year, but I haven't been able to find 27 things, and I want them to come naturally instead of me just like making stuff up, So this is something new that I added to this bullet journal because I was feeling like these pages, they're so organized and there's really not a place for me to write down ideas or thoughts or just, simple things that I might need at the store. I don't know, just random stuff. It's all too organized for that. So I decided to have a brain dump page where if I'm having a thought process about a video, I could put it on here. If I need to like buy something and remind myself, I'll do that. Also just like what I want to film after that break I took, which I only did one out of the 3 so far, but that's okay. And just things I want to include in my next bullet journal video or bullet journal in general. So just small ideas like that I didn't really have a place for elsewhere in my bullet journal. And one of the thoughts that I had is don't be afraid to write in your bullet journal. I wanted to point that out to you guys in this video because when something, like I said, when it's so organized, you're afraid to kind of use it, but that's what it's for. It's for using. And I know I've inspired a lot of you guys to start your own bullet journal because I'm so like encouraging of like, just use it like you would a planner or journal and just write down your thoughts, like everything and anything, and make pages that don't make sense to other people but make sense to you, because that's what this is all about. It's all about customizing your journal into being whatever you want it to be. And so that was the first thing I wrote on this page because I want to remind myself and you guys that this page is like for those kind of thoughts, and I shouldn't be afraid to just use my bullet journal for whatever I want. So on this page is like a little essay that I wrote. It's a full page and it's something that I didn't necessarily want you guys to read, but it's, for myself. It's basically just like a journal entry slash essay that I wrote just when I was feeling a lot of emotion, and I kind of want to have more pages in my bullet journal that are like this because it's something, it's called a bullet journal, and it's something that I wasn't really taking advantage of in the bullet journal process, was the actual journal part of it, and like recording events in my life and just talking about those things. So I decided to do that on this page, and I'm also gonna leave this page blank. But that basically gets us to the next page, which is where we're gonna start our February tracker and February spreads and stuff like that. But before we get into planning for February, I want to show you guys some of the things that I've purchased recently. So as you guys know, I was using these Micron pens, which a lot of you said that you liked but dried out rather quickly, which I found to be very true. So I decided to go ahead and buy a pack of Stadler pens. This is something when I typed in bullet journal pens on Amazon, this is the first thing that came up, so I thought I would try these. There's 6 pens in total, and they actually come in the same sizes as these. So 1, 3, and 5 are also in here, but also there's an 8, a 2, and a 0.05, which is super fine. And then I also purchased a little pen box to house all my pens because they're just kind of like floating. At least when I had these, they were just kind of like out and about, and I don't have really a place to put them. So decided to get this case. It has my highlighters, the pencil, which I need to get like pencils, like actual pencils or an eraser or something, because this is just not working out. But I got this case at Daiso. I just like that it was simple black, nothing really fancy. And then if you guys saw my last bullet journal video, I was using an Ulta coupon for a straight edge, which is so not like, it just gets floppy after some time, which, you know, you can use whatever straight edge you have lying around. Like, obviously it's not that serious. It got serious for me. I decided to get one of these. This is the cheapest little pack that I could find that wasn't like an add-on item on Amazon, because some of the I just wanted a simple ruler, and the rulers were all like, you know, $1 or whatever, but they were add-on items, so they only ship if you had a certain amount of money in your cart, and I didn't. So I was like, I'm just gonna get this. I think it was a couple dollars. It's the 4-piece geometry ruler set, which I don't need all of these. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the tracker on this page. I'm gonna take the size 0.1 of the Stadler pen set to do my tracker words on this side. I'm gonna keep the same items, I think, that were on this tracker: make bed, floss, exercise, read, litter boxes, and meditate, because obviously I wasn't very productive with any of those things, so I need to work on that some more. My goal for February was to mark at least 2 every day, but I'm going to keep the mark 1 a day because I still didn't even do that. So once I can do mark 1 a day for a whole month, then I'll move on to mark 2 a day, and then mark 3, and eventually hopefully these things will become habits. That's kind of like my thought process with the tracker. So I got the idea for this kind of header, the cursive, from Caitlin's Corner. She does amazing bullet journal videos. I'll link it down below. But it's a good way to like spread it out, and also it's so easy. Like, I think I have terrible handwriting, which a lot of you said I had good handwriting, so thank you, I appreciate that. But I think I have terrible handwriting, so the fact that I can do this in one take and not have to really erase anything is pretty impressive, so you can do it too, trust me. So I kind of changed a few things. I perfected the tracker this month a little bit because last month it was not perfect and it was kind of bothering me, even though I'm not like a perfectionist by any means. So as you can see, like on the side here, I extended the lines way too long. I don't know why I even did that. And I put a line in between every number, and I just thought it looked super cluttered, especially in the 20 range over here. So I decided to just kind of contain it and just have the numbers be free floating in the box itself and just worry about the box underneath. And obviously I cut it off on day 28. By the way, I love these pens. They're so much smoother. They're less inky, I think, than the Micron pens. So if you're looking for pens, definitely get the Stadler. I got 6 of these for I think $9 or $10 or something like that, which I think is an amazing deal. And now, just because I really want to try the 0.05 size, I'm going to use that to make the flares on the mark every text here. Okay, I messed up that Y, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. Yeah, the 0.05 is definitely amazing. I love the fine tip. I really like this font and like using this font, but I don't want to continue it right here. So I'm gonna do what I did last month and just have it be like big, kind of skinny letters. Okay, I went ahead and went over it with the 0.3 size pen because I wanted to see if it would bleed onto the other page, which it's blurry, sorry. It does kind of ghost onto the other page, as you can see. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem for me though. One thing that I didn't do on this month at a glance was the days, and then some people put the day of the week that it is, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They just put a little letter, and I really want to do that. I also think adding the days evens out the numbers because, as I said before, in the 20s it can kind of get a little bit chunky, but when you have the days listed next to it, it kind of just makes it look more even. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is what we're looking at for the February spread for the tracker and the month at a glance. I really like how this turned out personally. So let's go ahead and move on to a weekly spread. I'm just gonna do the first one because it gets pretty repetitive, and you guys know how I do my weekly spreads at this point, so I'm not gonna go like too in depth. I'm just gonna let you watch me draw it out basically. So there's my traditional weekly spread. I keep these really simple just so I can utilize them. One thing I wanted to point out though is that Katrin actually made a bullet journal video, and I really liked her video. She was inspired by mine to create it, so I'm so glad that she found use out of my video. I will link her video if you want to see another like casual bullet journal video. I highly recommend it. But what she does is she doesn't do a weekly spread per se. She does like a blank page, and then she'll take, you know, a section to write about one day. So she'll be like, okay, so Monday the 3rd, I need to do this, this, and this. So she'll write a list and just kind of like not necessarily in a formal, like a planner would be. And so if you're not utilizing every day of the week and you're finding that you're just not, you don't need all 7 days to be in your bullet journal, you can just do what she does and every day plan your day as you go. So we didn't do too much in this video because I don't do a lot in general for my bullet journal, just the tracker, month at a glance, and a spread, and then I'll do 4 spreads for the month. Obviously I might do, you know, another brain dump, but I'm going to keep utilizing this because it's obviously not full yet. So if I have thoughts and stuff, I'll just come back to this page. And then let me know if you want me to do a March plan with me video, because then we can look back on these spreads and see what went on. And also if you want me to update you on my brain dump page, you know, it's just fun to look at sometimes. Also, I added this sticker from the Messy Heads. Follow them on Instagram, they're awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this updated plan with me bullet journal haul. I don't even know what I'm gonna call it yet, but I hope this was entertaining somewhat for you guys to watch, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.